And I have a little introductory slide, but I know Zach has he has some in his slide deck, so I'm just gonna just defer to him on that. But I do want to mention, I know many of you coaches are on now or on Dumb Coach already, so you're already aware of the fact that Zach moderates one of the defensive forums. But I just want to mention it for those that might be watching the recording, that to go to dumbcoach.com, and which is obviously is a valuable resource for us, more than just the 10-1. But I just want to mention that Zach moderates a forum there dedicated to this subject. So with that said, Zach, I'm going to go ahead and pull your slides up, and you are good to go.
All right, thanks a lot, Rob. Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for taking the time to check this out. And there's a lot of interest with this, and I want to thank Rob for having me, and thank you guys for joining and paying that hard-earned money to come check this out. So this is the 10-1 defense, true pressure-based defense. A little something about me: I've coached for 8 years, coached over 100 games. Currently, I'm the vice president and athletic director of my youth football organization, and I've had opportunities to coach high school and things like that, and it's just, I love coaching youth football. There's something to be said about helping the youngsters become better football players and kind of give them a love for the game that was so courteously given to me as I was a youth. So for those of you who want to know what I look like, I am the dude with the lei. I am from Hawaii, so that's why it's there. Little history on the 10-1. It is a short yardage package created by G.A. Moore and Butch Ford. In its origin, they were a gap 8 team for goal line situations. And in those goal line situations, they did relatively well, and Coach Butch Ford came up with an idea to fix some of the issues with the gap 8 and created the 10-1. And from conversations with him and a few other coaches, this style of defense and this system really benefited a lot of teams to a lot of titles. So this is not just a grab bag type of defense. This is a serious system, and it works very well going up all the way to the high school level. What has also helped me is Clark Wilkins, the creator of Dumb Coach. I started learning about these man coverage systems through his Pro 4-3 that was said to be an improvement on Jack Reed's GAM. I have some various gap information, Jack Reed's book, and I came across the 10-1, John Carbone, or Carbon, however you pronounce it, John. I'm sorry if I just did that, but I emailed him, and he sent me over to another site, and I got in touch with Greg Koenig, and then through him I found Bill Ford, and Rich Kelly and I have had multiple conversations about this, and it was a big help for him, so thank you very much to all those guys. So my history with the 10, I was a DC 46 coach 1 year, and a bunch of the studs that I needed to run that had expiring body parts, like shoulders, knees, ankles. So I had to find something that I could use to kind of fill that void, and I was able to install the 10 in about a week's of practice. That first game that I ran the 10, I got my first coaching shutout. I think we recorded 2 interceptions and I think 1 or 2 sacks. But overall, for the games that I ran it, the stats say here I have 8 interceptions, 14 sacks, and there was multiple games that I had. There was just no first downs. There was a lot of 2nd and 12s, 3rd and 20s. The biggest one was 4th and 37. So this defense is high pressured, as I said in the beginning, and it has helped me drastically, and that's why I decided to stay with this system. So the nitty gritty, we have basically 2 groups. I have a gap group and a cover group. The gap group is just as it sounds. There's no full gap unless we're in a nose guard. We have either a 2-gapper, or if I find a small wrestling kid, we will slant in the gaps. 1 to 2 linebackers, true linebackers that are behind the line of scrimmage, and 4 defensive backs. Alignment, we can line up with 3-10, or we can stem to it or blitz into it, which creates more of a confusion which really helps us out when we run into teams